Did you hear Bernie dropped out today?
Yes. And I think the media is very biased.
You just found that out, huh?
I did, and that is terrible news because I
would have voted for
think
Bernie.
I can vote for Joe Biden. I don't think I can.
Oh,
do
fuck
it.
no. He's gonna be dead in 3 years.
He's also utterly incapable of speaking.
He just is.
Has zero command
I'm worried
of language.
he's got some dementia. That's what I'm actually genuinely worried about it.
Hey, do you remember, you might not, I don't know why I do. I think it was because of DC Follies. It was an old kind of Puppetron TV show. But do you remember in the mid-'80s, Joe Biden ran for president?
Yes.
He dropped out, had to drop out because he got caught plagiarizing.
He cheated on his
a lot of shit.
LSATs, right?
Something. It was a plagiarism scandal. And it wasn't like they've got it all wrong. They've got it all wrong. No, he's like, fuck, I'm screwed. I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
100%.
And no one brings that up.
He was caught for plagiarism.
Did you ever see what he was like? And I just want to thank my my wife, and it's his sister.
Yeah.
He's some
of those things are you're just making so many speeches over and over and you're exhausted at the end of the day, you're going to fuck up and the media loves to catch it. But I don't, he's always been considered in Washington a bit of a blowhard.
Right.
And
well, there's a type of fucking up too. Like with everything that happens, if you're a professional MMA fighter, even if you're fucking Cain Velasquez at his prime, you make mistakes, but it's the way certain people make mistakes that you go, okay, well that's what happens. Obama made gaffes, but when Obama was making gaffes, he's like, scratch that, boom, back in it, locked in.
He's such a smooth
President
speaker.
Clinton locked in.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is like you're watching his brain break.
Yeah.
You can, you're like,
I think he might just be old. I think he might be
glitch.
suffering from some kind of a glitch.
100%. Yeah. There's a glitch going on up there.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't be president.
I worry about that.
I do too.
I would have voted for Bernie, man. I really would have.
Too much of a socialist.
He's not gonna.
It's rough, and I think I actually heard you, Brian, bring it up on JRE. It's like lest we forget the man honeymooned in Moscow.
Yeah,
I mean that
I think Bernie is a good man. I think Bernie believes what he believes.
Yeah.
I believe he believes what he says, and he says what he believes.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. So there's an authenticity to Bernie. I thought I liked him when I listened to him on JRE.
I loved him.
My problem with Bernie is just that he speaks in terms of right and wrong and morality. God bless him. God bless him about everybody deserves health care and everything else. The who's going to pay for it is secondary. And I do think he has tremendous faith in a centralized authority, a state government, federal government, and that is more efficient than the marketplace. I don't think he's ever lived in a marketplace.
Right.
I don't think he understands how the marketplace works viscerally. And so for me, as somebody who believes in a decentralization of authority and who believes in the marketplace, for the most part, capitalism, I can't have a guy like that.
That's a great way to put it. I always looked at Bernie too. I agree that I think he's the most altruistic, high-level politician we've had, where he's saying something, he believes it. Yeah. It's not up front. He's not thinking about how well it tests or how this.
He doesn't give a fuck about whether you like him or not.
And the guy's been protesting and standing up for free speech and socialist ideas. More socialist-looking ideas for fucking 50 years. I mean, he walk it like he talk it. I like that about Bernie, but every one of his ideas always struck me as tweaker ideas, where like you'll smoke meth and you're standing
free college for
like
everybody
2 days in a row. And you're like, dude, we could rob a bank. And you're like, yes, that's a great idea. Not sleeping, just crazy tweaking balls. All we need is a helicopter and an RPG and a fucking Porsche. And you're realistically believing this is a good idea and that you can pull this shit off. Bernie is like free college for everyone tomorrow,
but he has no plan.
It's illusory. It's like illusory. It's a great idea.
My whole thing with where I'd vote for Bernie is I almost vote for the person more than their beliefs, because it's so tough for them to really do anything.
That's true.
So I vote for the person.
Yeah.
He's not going to embarrass the United States. For him to the tax laws he wanted to do and all that stuff, that's never going to get passed.
Here's the thing about Trump, though. You got to give Trump some credit. Again, you got to be careful with giving a president too much credit for the massive economy of the U.S. economy. But you do have to say, while he was president, if these figures are correct, and I've heard them from several different sources, lowest African-American unemployment, lowest Latin unemployment in this country ever. And the economy was gangbusters. The economy
until this came along.
So you got to give the guy some credit.
Right now. Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.